Imagine the tiniest superhero in the world, dressed in shiny armor, and instead of saving lives, it's rolling poop. Yes, meet the dung beetle, a creature so dedicated to dung that it should have its own roll of fame. Dung beetles don't just eat poop, they live for it. If dung were gold, they'd be the wealthiest creatures alive. These little guys are found on every continent except Antarctica. Why? Even they can't handle that much cold and no dung. Did you know there are 3 types of dung beetles? Rollers, tunnelers, and dwellers. Rollers are the Michelin star chefs. They take poop, roll it up, and turn it into a 5-star takeaway. Tunnelers are the architects, burying dung like it's treasure. And dwellers? Well, they're the lazy ones. They just live in it. Each type has its role, proving there's more than one way to use poop in style. A dung beetle stumbles upon a fresh pile of poop and starts rolling it into a perfect ball. This isn't just random. There's a method to their madness. Rolling poop is like sculpting clay, except instead of making a vase, you're crafting dinner, and possibly a romantic gesture. The beetle pushes the ball backward using its hind legs, a skill that requires impressive coordination. While rolling dung, some beetles stop to do a little dance on top of their ball. Scientists believe they use the sun, moon, or Milky Way to navigate. Imagine stopping mid-meal prep to moonwalk while using the stars as your GPS. That's a dung beetle for you. A little dramatic, but undeniably cool. Competition is fierce in the world of dung beetles. A rival beetle tries to steal the perfectly rolled ball. Cue the ultimate tug of war over, well, poop. This is the animal kingdom's version of Black Friday. Except the prize isn't a flat-screen TV, it's a fresh piece of dung. Eventually, the rightful owner wins, scurrying away victoriously. Female dung beetles lay their eggs inside dung balls, which serve as a cozy nursery for their young. It's like setting up your baby's crib inside a chocolate fondue fountain. Odd, but functional. When the larvae hatch, they munch on the dung, growing into full-fledged beetles. In the world of dung beetles, the size of your dung ball matters. Males use their perfectly sculpted spheres to impress potential mates. For dung beetles, it's not about having a flashy car, it's about rolling up with the biggest, freshest poop ball. Talk about priorities. Sometimes, males even hitch a ride on a female's dung ball, hoping for a chance to impress her. Tunneler dung beetles dig elaborate burrows to stash their precious dung. These underground layers can be several feet deep. They're like underground vaults, except instead of gold bars, it's poop piles. Welcome to the beetles' version of Fort Knox. The beetles work tirelessly to transport dung into their tunnels for safekeeping. Dung beetles are nature's cleanup crew, consuming feces and recycling nutrients back into the soil. Think of them as janitors with a gourmet twist, cleaning the world, one poop pile at a time. This process enriches the soil, making it fertile for plants and crops. If there were an insect Olympics, dung beetles would dominate. These little critters can push dung balls 50 times their body weight. That's like you pushing a double-decker bus while balancing a pizza on your head. Move over, bodybuilders. There's a new champion in town. Their strength and determination are nothing short of awe-inspiring. What if dung beetles disappeared? The world would be overrun with waste, creating a smelly, unsanitary mess. Without dung beetles, we'd be knee-deep in poop. They're the unsung heroes saving us from a stinky apocalypse. Their work prevents disease, controls pests, and keeps ecosystems thriving. Dung beetles come in a variety of colors, from basic brown to metallic green and gold. They're like the jewelry of the insect world. Shiny, flashy, and completely poop-obsessed. Their dazzling appearance adds a touch of glamour to their otherwise stinky lifestyle. In ancient Egypt, dung beetles, scarabs, were considered sacred and associated with the sun god Ra. To Egyptians, dung beetles weren't just bugs. They were celestial poop movers, rolling the sun across the sky. That's some serious job prestige. While some dung beetles are solitary, others work in pairs, especially when building a burrow. One beetle rolls the dung ball, while the other clears the path or helps dig. Picture a married couple assembling IKEA furniture, but instead of a couch, it's a ball of poop. Teamwork has never smelled so functional. Their synchronized efforts ensure the survival of their precious cargo. Rain is the ultimate party crasher for dung beetles. A sudden downpour can dissolve their hard-earned dung balls. Some beetles cleverly cover their balls with dirt to shield them from rain, proving that even in poop, innovation reigns. Dung beetles are surprisingly fast. Some can roll their dung balls at speeds of up to 1 meter per minute, a record in the bug world. Their speed ensures they outpace rivals and predators alike. By burying dung, beetles prevent methane, a potent greenhouse gas, from escaping into the atmosphere. They're the environmental warriors we didn't know we needed. While humans debate climate change, dung beetles are quietly saving the planet, one poop pile at a time. Their humble work significantly impacts global ecosystems. Tunnelers don't just dig burrows, they create entire underground labyrinths. These intricate systems house multiple dung balls, ensuring food security for their larvae. It's like a bug version of a doomsday prepper bunker, stocked not with canned beans, but with perfectly rolled poop snacks. Despite their importance, dung beetles are often overlooked or dismissed as gross. Sure, their job is dirty, but so is yours after taco night. Let's give these beetles the respect they deserve. Changing public perception is key to their conservation. Dung beetles aren't picky. They'll work with poop from cows, elephants, humans, and more. Each species has its own preferences, though. Think of it as a global buffet where the beetles have their own version of Yelp reviews for dung quality. Cow poop, 5 stars. Elephant dung, divine texture. Human, only if we're desperate. This adaptability helps them thrive in diverse environments. A dung beetle's life may be short, only a few months, but their impact is timeless. They recycle nutrients, control pests, and help plants grow. They may not live long, but their legacy lingers in the very ground beneath our feet. How many of us can say we've done so much with so little? As the sun sets, our dung beetle completes its work, nestling its precious dung ball into a burrow. It's not just a ball of poop, it's a symbol of survival, dedication, and the weird beauty of nature. Roll on, little beetle, roll on. Dung beetles, proof that even the smallest creatures can make a massive difference. Got a new animal you'd like to see spotlighted? Let us know, and we'll dig up some fresh dirt or poop on them.